What's up, everybody? How y'all doing today? Had another scorcher down here in Louisiana, man. I tell you, the heat is back, and it'll probably be here for a little while. We usually stay pretty hot all the way up until November. It's not like 100-degree hot, but it's hot enough to where you're like, damn, it's wintertime. Where's the damn cold temperatures? We had a cool off for a couple days, and now it's hot again, but I gotta get something off of my chest, man. It seems like every single one of these stories I talk about is about Joe Biden. Everything. And I didn't start doing this news to talk about Joe Biden. I'm calling it bias news because the bias is I pick whatever interests me the most and I talk about it. That's the bias, right? But if you look at every single video I've done, it's Biden is mentioned somewhere, if not the main subject of every single video I've been doing. And that is because I am one of the 60-some-odd% of people that highly disapprove of the job that the Biden administration is doing right now. And I'm one of the probably most of that 60% that think he really needs to be out of office, and he really is one of the worst presidents we've ever had. Coming right up, Biden campaign launches strategy to combat misinformation on social media. Now, we already went over this a little while back. We had the Twitter files come out. Congress did their big investigation proving that the Biden administration was collaborating with social media companies to not only monitor what you and I are saying on social media, but to actively censor if they don't like it. There is plethora of emails of Biden administration officials sending emails to these social media accounts saying, hey, take a look at these people. They're posting misinformation. You need to take it down. You need to suspend this person. You need to take this post down. Ban this person from this platform. All that. They went to court over it because even after the public found out they were doing it, they didn't stop doing it. They kept doing it. And they had to go to court over it. They got sued. There was several lawsuits. And they were told to stop by the court system. And so they have stopped. Now it's their campaign strategy to go after him. Let's get into it, y'all. President Biden's re-election campaign is creating a working group centered on combating misinformation on social media networks, a Biden campaign official told The Hill on Wednesday. I mean, when is it ever going to stop? Gee whiz. The group will be led by Rob Flaherty, Deputy Campaign Manager Michael Tyler, Communications Director, and Maury Regan, General Counsel, as well as aides from the Rapid Response Communications Team and Legal Team. What the hell is that even supposed to mean? Rapid Response Communications Team and Legal Team. What are you rapidly responding to? It's a re-election campaign. Why the hell are you trying to censor people? You know that's what they're going to be doing. They say it's to combat misinformation. Well, opinions bleed over into misinformation in case people didn't know that. Seem to be censoring opinions, if you ask me. But let's keep going. The goal of the cross-campaign effort is to publicly push back on disinformation with an army of folks. An army of people to push back on quote-unquote disinformation. Like the disinformation that Biden is doing a terrible job. The economy is a wreck. Prices are up. The border is non-existent. We've got almost World War III going on the other side of the world. And the Biden administration is happily funding this thing while you have Americans all across the country suffering when they need assistance from the government, and the government ain't there to help. I'm not real big on government assistance myself, but when you're helping another country more than you're helping your own citizens, I have a problem with that. Let's keep going. Publicly push back on disinformation with an army of folks who can push back, get information out to the public, like Biden campaign officials, allies, surrogates, and influencers. Social media platforms have a critical responsibility to take account of how their platforms affect the American people, but make independent choices about how they enforce their standards, said Flaherty, the former White House Director of Digital Strategy. Wow, what a hell of a title is that? The White House Director of Digital Strategy. Let's interpret that right quick. What does that mean? Digital strategy. That obviously means something that's online, right? How they're going to go after people, I guess. That's what that means. Their strategy of how to combat dissenting opinions like mine. The campaign is going to have more aggressive pushing back on misinformation from communications perspective and filling some of the gaps these companies are leaving behind, he said. The new working groups is a shift from previous strategies in which campaigns could ask and expect social media companies to take down content deemed to be misinformation. Wow. So they're outright telling you if they think it's misinformation, they're going to take it down. If you post something they don't like, bye-bye. If they say so. Peace. You're gone. And if you do it too much, you're getting banned. The shift comes in the new age of X, formerly known as Twitter, and the rise of other platforms such as Truth Social, where former President Trump often posts. I wonder why they mentioned these two platforms specifically. Maybe it's because they can't control these two. Because we all know Elon Musk bought Twitter, and it's now X. And Donald Trump launched Truth Social. So we know nobody's getting banned from that for no good reason. It's just funny that they mention these two specifically. The campaign's strategy could also involve taking legal action in states where laws against deepfake technology and applicable copyright laws. The effort, which was first reported by Politico, will be focused on debunking misinformation on the issues, including the president's record. Wow, they just say it outright. If you disagree with the president's record, we're going to debunk that. Which means take down your post and ban you probably. Wow. The COVID-19 vaccine push out of the White House and allegations of suppressing voter turnout, among other topics. The new push comes as the Biden administration is embroiled in a legal fight over limits a court placed on certain agencies' communications with social media companies over free speech concerns. That's what I was talking about. I didn't even know they mentioned that in this story. That's how you know all this news that's coming out, it's not scripted. It comes right off the top of my head. Everything I say, none of it's scripted. I didn't even fucking read the damn story before I started reading because I mentioned that earlier. If you noticed, I didn't even know it said it in here. So, yeah. Good job for the Hill of mentioning of how the Biden administration is trying to censor Americans. An appeals court earlier this month determined that the administration likely violated the First Amendment by pressuring social media companies to moderate specific content, including vaccine information, ruling that the federal agencies cannot coerce social media platforms to take down posts the government doesn't like. That's correct, and yet they're trying to do it again through his campaign. What in the hell is wrong with the Biden administration, man? Jesus. Some current and former White House employees, including Flaherty, Politico reported, are under scrutiny for outreach to social media companies over misinformation about COVID-19 and the 2020 election. The House Judiciary Committee in June invited Flaherty to testify about his conversations with social media companies and what they claim were efforts to censor them. Yes, I remember those. I covered those. That was all very insightful, and I wouldn't have missed that for the world. I'm really glad I started following Congress, because some of that stuff that came out was just bombshells. Like, the government really is telling these social media platforms to either delete posts or ban people outright. Yes, the government is banning people off of social media. If you thought we have free speech in the United States, we do not have free speech. You cannot say what you want. If you do, prepare to get attacked by the government, because that's what they're doing. It seems like they're just innovating new ways to go about censoring people like me and like you for no apparent reason except that they don't like what we say and they want us to shut up. All the damn social media just went after Russell Brand recently over an allegation of some kind of sexual abuse. It's not even proven yet. And YouTube demonetized him, shut him off. All these other social medias are shutting him off. All his TV specials have been canceled. Everything. His ability to make money is pretty much gone, except for Rumble. He posts a lot of stuff on Rumble, and that's probably where he's making most of his money. Well, now it's where he's making all of his money, but... And it, like I said, it's allegations. It's not even provable yet. The allegations are from, let's see, 10, 12, 17, and 20 years ago. Yeah, really old allegations. They're just now bringing that stuff up. So I wouldn't put it past the government to try to censor anybody. If they think, oh, well, maybe he doesn't have a voice. Well, I don't think they care. If they come across that voice, they're going to shut it down. And unfortunately, I think that's what's happening to me with YouTube right now, because I was getting a lot more views and I was getting a lot more rotation until here recently. And it's aggravating. But hey, that's the game that we play, I guess. Maybe one day I'll make a great comeback. I did start a new channel, y'all, so I've been posting about it. I'm going to start putting the link in the description right below me, so you can go over there, subscribe. I'll post every video to both channels simultaneously. So, you know, double the spread, I guess. But hey, that's all I got for this one, y'all. I appreciate everybody for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button. Leave a comment. Let me know how you feel. And be positive. Peace.